It is a known fact that there existed in Central Europe a Count Dracula. Though human in appearance and cultured in manner, he was in truth a thing undead, a force of evil, a vampire. Feeding on the blood of innocent people, he turned them into his own kind, thus spreading his evil dominion ever wider. The attempts to find and destroy this evil were never proven completely successful, and so the search continues to this very day.
What's the time?
5:15.
Good. Your glasses. Put them on. Thank you. $5.18. Let us know as soon as the sun clears the edge of the hill.
Yes.
Take off the top.
Just a few seconds more. Now!
He's gone.
But where? Where?
I don't know. But wherever he is, he must be found.
No, Frida, please. You only make it more difficult. At least in America, I will be welcome. I can paint life as I see it. And an artist must have some kind of expression. Life is filled with goodbyes. Huh? No?
Tell Cora to feed you well, huh?
Yeah, I will.
You like America, Belloc. You are lucky to be free.
Yeah, I know. Well, goodbye.
Excuse me, please.
What did you say?
Nugget! Nugget! Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Nugget, where are you? Gosh, Nugget, what are you doing down there? Quit playing games, Nugget. I gotta go now. I can get you later.
You hear that?
Yeah. Number 62 was sure early tonight.
Are you sure?
I just heard it.
You better go and tell him.
I am.
Mickey, how many times must I tell you not to slam that door?
The train's coming in.
Oh, it can't be. It isn't due for half an hour. Are you sure?
I just heard it, Mom.
Oh, my
Come
goodness.
on, get your coat now.
Stand
Hurry
up
up,
from
Mom.
under
Don't
my
forget your
feet.
hat. Hey, Ray, the train's early.
Oh, I'm coming. Oh, the veil's all wrong. Did anybody tell Tim?
I did. Look out, Mom. Move over.
Mickey, must you stand in front of me, please?
Come on,
Mama. Look at that. My hands are so shaky. After all, he's only a relative, part of the family.
But think of it. A man like that, part of us. A man who's been all over the world and seen everything and done everything. I just can't believe it's happening to me.
I hope he likes cheese sauce on asparagus.
Oh, of course he does. Now, come on, Mama.
It's not my fault the train's early.
Well, what's keeping him? Come on!
Aren't you going to wear a coat?
What for?
Never mind. Get in the car, Mickey.
I'll ride in front with Rachel.
I sure hope Nugget will be okay in that cave.
Of course he will. Stop worrying. Hi, Nell.
Evening, Mrs. Mayberry.
Evening, Cora.
Good evening, Eddie. Was that the 6:30 that just came through?
Yes, 20 minutes early today. I couldn't believe it. Never happened before.
My cousin, Belak Cordal, is due in from Europe, you know.
Tonight?
Yes.
Then he must have missed his connection.
Oh.
No passengers, Cora, just this freight.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
I can't understand it. Wasn't there a telegram?
Well, I don't think so, but I'll check.
Well, if he missed this train, maybe he'll be on the next one.
I hope so.
Cora?
Belak? Belak! Oh, for goodness sakes, I can't believe you're really here. I never would have recognized you. Why, the last time I saw you, you were just a little boy. This is my son, Mickey,
Hello, Mickey.
and my daughter, Rachel.
Oh, captivated.
And Tim, who lives next door to us.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I feel as if I've always known you, Cousin Belak, ever since you sent me the drawing.
Oh, yes. Do you still have it?
Of course.
I can't wait to hear all about the family. It's been such a long, long time. The car's right over here.
Did you see that fella get off the train?
No, sir.
Neither did I.
I've got to get Nugget, Mom.
Now, Mickey, I don't want you to go in those caves. It's too dark there.
Come on, that's where he went to.
Mickey? Into the house.
All right.
Is this your house?
Why, yes. When my husband died, I thought about selling it.
Oh, no, you mustn't. Why, it's charming. It has a feeling of the old world, just like you do, Cora. You must never sell it. I shall prevent it.
Oh, Belloc, I'm so glad you've come. I had my misgivings. I'll have to admit I did. But it's going to be fine having a man in the house again.
Now, that's what you call a real snow job.
What?
Those two.
The trouble with you is you just don't appreciate graciousness.
And you do.
Yes. You can tell he's refined just by looking at him.
Is that so?
Yes.
And what can you tell by looking at me, for instance?
I shouldn't trust you.
I'll see you later.
Oh, I can't. The Reverend's coming to dinner.
Oh, well, okay. Rachel?
What?
Good night.
Delicious?
More pie, Doctor?
Couldn't possibly.
I'm sorry Belloc hasn't come down. You know, when he was a little boy, he used to do the same thing. He'd lock himself up in his room for hours to think and create. Now, Rachel is exactly the same way.
Oh, Mother.
Well, it's the truth. Mickey, what do you say?
Excuse me.
Quite all right.
Rachel, why don't you go up and ask Cousin Belloc if he'd like some pie?
All right. Oh, excuse me, Doctor.
Certainly, Rachel.
You know, Doctor, when Frida and Belloc and I were younger, my father used to take us to the art gallery every Saturday.
Come in, Rachel.
Don't you want any dinner? Mother made a wonderful blueberry pie, and the doctor's so anxious to meet you.
I have already dined.
Oh, of course, on the train. We were afraid you weren't feeling well.
On the contrary, I feel quite excellent. I only hope that your family will understand certain things about me. You see, my life has been confined. That's why I've come here. For freedom. I must have it.
We understand.
Perhaps I will grow to learn your ways in time, but until I do, I may seem strange to you, a recluse.
You must have been terribly unhappy.
Unhappy? Why do you say that?
Well, I read all the letters you wrote, Cousin Belloc. I've kept them. I'd reread them. Pretty soon it was as if it were happening to me almost. I could feel the pain you felt and how you wanted to express yourself but couldn't. I know how that is. I feel the same way too sometimes.
You sound like an artist. Are you?
Well, I am in a way. I'd like to be a dress designer, but I guess I'll end up being a nurse.
How are these two opposites reconciled?
Well, I guess they aren't yet.
I'm sure they will be. Seems to me you are a most remarkable girl.
Thank you.
Come. We shall join the Honorable Doctor.
Oh, the mirror. Oh, is it broken?
Leave that alone.
What? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Forgive me, I cannot send any mirrors in my room. It's a quirk of mine. You will have to indulge me.
Of course.
That was the best blueberry pie I ever tasted.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, Doctor, you're not leaving. I just talked Cousin Belloc into coming down.
I'm afraid I have to get back to the parish house, Rachel.
Oh, that's too bad.
This is my cousin, Belloc Cordal.
A pleasure. I've heard a great deal about you, Mr. Gordal.
Yes?
I hear you're an accomplished painter, among other things.
Yes.
Well, you'll find our town most picturesque.
I'm sure I will.
You must bring him to the parish house sometime, Rachel.
Oh, I will.
This one is a real treasure. You should see how the patients respond to it.
I'm sure even the devil would respond.
Yes, yes. I'd say he would. Well, I must go. It was a wonderful dinner, Cora.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you again, Mr. Gordell.
You can count on it.
Tomorrow night, Rachel. Jenny's expecting you.
Oh, I'll be there. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Doctor.
Good night.
Can't I get you something?
No, thank you.
Oh, you already ate dinner, Mama.
Oh, well, then help me clear the table, dear.
Mom,
In here, dear.
I couldn't find Nugget anywhere. I looked all over. Do you suppose he's all right?
Oh, of course he is, dear. He'll turn up. Don't worry.
I'm late. What time is it?
1:15. Rachel,
Huh?
do you suppose you could cut classes today?
Why?
Well, I thought it'd be nice if you showed Cousin Belak the countryside.
Oh, my, I'd love it.
I've got all those costumes to sew for the party, and besides, he seems to like your company.
And you know, there are a lot of places he could paint. There's the bridge and the caves, even the old manor house. Where's Mickey?
Oh, he's out looking for that cat.
Hey, Nugget! Nugget!
Ma, do you think he'll wake up early? I have 1,000 things to tell him. Say, do you think he might help me with my designing?
Well, I don't see why not. Why don't you ask him?
Oh, I will. And you know what? 25 years from today, I'll come back to this small, dull town from Paris, and I'll say, I owe all my success to Cousin Belak. He inspired me in my youth. Oh, you.
You wait, Cousin Belak. What's the matter? What happened?
Nugget, he's dead.
Oh, darling, I'm so sorry.
How did it happen?
In the cave. He got blood all over him.
Oh, there, darling.
Something killed him.
Stop your crying. You'll make yourself sick.
Something killed him, Mom.
Oh, there, darling. It's all right. Please. There. I'll be back in half an hour.
Don't you think we ought to wake him, Mama?
Now, Rachel, you're much too impatient. He needs his rest.
But it's almost 12 o'clock.
I know, but he needs his sleep. Now, we'll try this on when I get back.
Okay. Cousin Belak. Cousin Belak, it's Rachel. Are you asleep? Where do you suppose he is?
I don't know, honey.
At least he could have told us he was going out. I waited all day.
I know, dear. We'll just have to leave him alone, and it'll take time. But we don't want him to feel obligated to us, do we?
No, you're right.
Don't be too late.
I won't. Good night.
Good night.
Rachel. Are you going somewhere?
It's my night at the parish house.
Ah, yes. The artist by day, the nurse by night.
Come with me. I'd love to have you meet everyone.
I'm afraid I can't, not tonight.
Well, some other time. Oh, were you painting today?
Yes.
I wanted to show you a few places around town. I guess you left early.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, it doesn't matter. Sometime will you come with me and talk to Jenny? She's a blind girl, and you could describe things to her. Oh, I know she'd love to meet you.
You are truly an angel of mercy, aren't you?
No, I just know how terrible it must be to be alone, like Jenny is, especially in the dark.
Yes. Well, upon your recommendation, I shall make it a point to visit her sometime.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I have to go now. I'm so glad you're back. We worried.
Good night.
Good night.
This is the menu we're planning for tomorrow, Doctor.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Rachel. I've invented a new game for the party.
Oh, that's wonderful, Cornelia.
Jenny's been asking for you. She isn't feeling well again.
Oh, but Rachel...
Excuse me.
Rachel?
Uh-huh. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm all right, I guess. Did your cousin come yet?
Yes, and he's wonderful. He's promised to visit you soon. Oh, he's such a nice person. Now, let's see. Where were we yesterday?
The soldier had just gotten lost, and then he heard someone. It was the girl, and she kissed him. Rachel.
Yes?
Talk with me a minute.
Okay.
Rachel, I have the funniest feeling. I feel as if I'm going to die.
Oh, Jenny, that's silly, and you know it.
Is it?
Of course it is.
I don't think it's silly. Some nights are darker. Some are almost black, Rachel. Like tonight. It seems so dark. And I'm scared. I'm scared of being alone.
Oh, Jenny, you know you're not alone.
Oh, no. I'm not. What's that?
It's just the dogs.
No. I mean at the window.
The window? Oh, the wind's blowing, that's all. I'll lower it a little.
Oh. I thought I heard something.
It was just the wind. Now, let's see. As he entered the drawing room, his heart beat violently and his hands trembled so perceptibly that he clasped them behind his back. Raising his eyes from the stream and gazing at the sky, he recalled how fate, in the shape of an unknown woman, had once caressed him. Jenny? Jenny? she's asleep.
That's fine. Why don't you go on home, Rachel? We're all turning in early. You look a little tired.
I am. And when Tim comes, tell him I've gone, will you?
Of course. And try not to worry too much about Jenny.
I won't. Good night.
Good night.
What? What did you say?
Hi, what are you doing up there?
What? I don't know.
You get through early?
Yes. What did you say?
I said, look at me, Jenny. Open your eyes and look at me. You can see me if you try. You can see me with your mind. I can free your soul, Jenny. I can take you from the blackness into the light. Look at me, Jenny. Can you see me now?
Yes. Yes.
Hello? Yes, Doctor. Of course. Well, she's just leaving for school. Yes, I'll tell her. All right. Goodbye. Oh, Rachel, the doctor wants you to stop by the parish house.
Well, now?
Yes, it's something about Jenny.
Oh, all right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're late.
I'm sorry. Listen, we've got to go by the parish house. Jenny's worse.
That's too bad. Let's go. Come on, get in. How's your cousin these days?
My cousin has nothing to do with your manners, which are crude, to say the least.
Well, that's not what you said last night.
Oh, shut up.
Jenny is very sick.
I know.
She's been calling for you.
Jenny, it's me.
I don't think she can hear you, Rachel.
Jenny, Rachel's here.
Rachel?
Yes, Jenny?
Rachel, what happened after he kissed her?
Well, she ran out, and he didn't know what she looked like because it was so dark.
Oh, Rachel, I know what he looked like.
What?
I saw him. Oh, Rachel, I've got to give you something. You've got to take it. You know him.
Who?
Is the window open?
No, Jenny, it's closed.
I've got to close the window. He's outside. He'll hear us.
No, Jenny.
Rachel.
Now, Jenny, you mustn't get up.
Don't you understand? I've got to close the window. He's outside. He'll hear us. I've got to close the window.
I'm sorry. She's gone.
No. Jenny. Jenny!
And so it is not for us to question, but to accept. Each life concludes, each life renews. And herein lies our faith, and the faith of all flesh. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks, Tim.
See you a little later.
Mrs. Mayburn,
Yes?
my name is Mac Bryant. I'm from the Department of Immigration.
Yes?
I wonder if I might speak to you.
Why, of course. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
You'll have to forgive us, Mr. Bryant. We just came back from a funeral. It was very depressing.
I'm sorry. I hope it was no one close.
No, a little girl we all knew and loved. She'd been ill a long time. Well, what can I do to help?
Well, it's in regard to your cousin, Mr. Gordall. Is he at home?
No, he isn't. He's been away for a few days.
I see.
Something wrong? Oh, this is my daughter, Rachel, Mr. Bryant.
How do you do?
How do you do?
No, I'm checking on all the immigrants that entered with his group.
Oh.
Just routine. Do you know when he'll be back?
Well, that's very hard to say. I can never tell about him. He keeps very irregular hours.
Do you happen to know if your cousin would have his papers here at the house?
What kind of papers?
Alien registration card, entry papers.
Well, I don't know, but they're probably in his room.
Would you be kind enough to look? It's rather important.
Well,
But why do you want to see his papers?
An unidentified man was thrown from a train over in Europe. He happened to be traveling with an immigration group. We're just checking through in the event that some of his papers were stolen.
Well, I suppose it's all right, but I do so dislike invading someone's privacy. You understand.
Of course.
Oh, won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Bellac? Bellac? Oh, for goodness sakes. You scared me half to death. I didn't know you were back.
I just came in.
There's a man downstairs that wants to see you about your papers.
What's his name?
Bryant, Mac Bryant. He's from the immigration department.
Tell him I'll be right down.
All right. Did you have a nice trip?
I rested.
That's good. We do worry about you.
Well, Everything seems to be in order, Mr. Gordeau. I hope I haven't inconvenienced you too much.
Oh, no, not at all. In my country, I'm used to it.
Yes, I guess that's one of the big differences between our countries. You see, over here, we don't like to investigate a man unless it's absolutely necessary. Oh, cigarette, sir?
No, thanks.
Do you care if I do?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Where did you study art, Mr. Gordeau?
At the Paris Institute.
Oh, that would be under Rondeau.
No, Marchand.
Oh. Have you ever been hospitalized?
No.
Well, what about your appendix, dear, when you were 10?
Oh, yes.
Do you remember the doctor's name?
It was so long ago.
The family doctor.
Beregi.
But I thought Uncle Freddie took care of all of you.
Oh, no, it was Dr. Beregi.
Well, thank you ever so much, Mr. Gordeau, for your cooperation, and I'm sorry I gave you so much trouble.
Oh, it's quite all right.
Would you like some tea?
No, thanks. I have a train to catch. Nice to have met all of you.
Well?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Well, everything seems okay, but I'll run a check on the questionnaire anyway.
Did you take a picture?
Yeah, got it with a lighter camera. Hey, what are you so interested in this one for anyway? We still got a long list of names.
No special reason. Only that he was also an artist of sorts. Seems like a happy coincidence. When is the train out?
10 o'clock.
Take it. I think I'll stay overnight. Perhaps I can have a look at the paintings and have this film developed.
Right.
Well, there's only one thing wrong. That we are defeated before we have begun.
Why?
The facets, my dear fellow. A wolf, a man, a bat. Possibilities are infinite. There's only one thing he cannot change. Between sunrise and sunset, he has to lie in his coffin. Well, I'll drop you off at the hotel so you can pack. And we'll meet later at the station.
Anything you say.
Hey, he didn't suspect anything.
Oh, no.
Good.
Jenny. 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 I've come to wake you, Jenny. 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 Wake, Jenny. Wake. Wake. Rise up, Jenny. Rise up and breathe. That's right. It hurts to breathe again, but only for a moment. Now, Jenny. Now. Come. We have work to do.
Station master, is 10 o'clock going to be on time?
Yes, sir. She'll be along in 20 minutes or so.
Thank you.
Mr. Bryant. Please, help me. Help me, Mr. Bryant. Please help me.
Oh, station master, wasn't there another passenger waiting? Medium-sized man, about 5'10"?
Yes, there was somebody waiting just a little while ago.
Did you notice where he went?
Don't know for sure. That's his suitcase sitting right there.
Ed! Ed! Ed, call the sheriff.
What's wrong?
There's a fellow on my place. He's dead. Looks like he's been killed by an animal.
An animal?
Yeah.
Where? Show me where.
All right, folks, let's stand back a little, please.
Sheriff Bicknell?
Yes?
Mr. Bryant here was working with me.
Oh, yes?
It was an animal, all right. There isn't any doubt of it.
I don't see how that's possible.
It is quite possible. May I have a word with you, Sheriff? I'm afraid I have to ask your utmost cooperation and discretion.
Who are you?
This is a matter we'd best discuss in private.
The sheriff asked that I help you in any way possible.
I understand that you serve as a county health supervisor.
That's right.
I would like to review the circumstances connected with the deaths in your community during the past 3 weeks.
I'll get the records. Practically everybody in this town dies of natural causes. Of course, there was that fellow who was attacked last night. Here you are, Mr. Meyerman.
Thank you, sir.
Do you think I should wear my hair up for the party or down? Well, Grecian women were the epitome of fashion, didn't you know?
No kidding.
And they made slaves out of their men.
I'm your slave.
I don't think you're interested in history at all.
I'm fascinated. What else do Grecian women do?
Well, they fell in love with educated men. Here, read.
Ow! Hey, come here.
Hey, be quiet. You'll wake up Mother. Oh, Tim, stop it.
Teacher, you're setting a bad example.
Good evening.
Well, listen, I've got to go and invite him to the party.
Now?
Why not?
Well, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, stop.
Hey.
Oh, Cousin Belak.
Yes?
Mother wanted me to invite you to the party tomorrow night.
Party?
At the parish house for Halloween. Oh, we'd love to have you come.
I'm afraid not.
Oh, but you have to. I designed the costumes, and I'd like you to look at the sketches and tell me what's wrong. You'd know being a true artist.
Of course, I shall look at your sketches, Rachel, but you will have to excuse me from the party. I have no, how do you say, social grace for large gatherings.
Cousin Belak, have we offended you?
Offend?
Well, I thought at first we were going to be such good friends.
Aren't we?
I don't know. You seem so distant somehow. I don't think you've given us a chance, and we want to accept you very much.
And the surprise for your acceptance, for me to conform, to be as you would want me to be?
I didn't mean that at all.
Well, you must accept me as I am. Do not question. You study me with such puzzled eyes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
If my behavior seems different, perhaps it is because it serves a higher purpose than to find acceptance in this dull and useless world.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Of course you don't, but you will in time. For you are a very sensitive and intelligent young lady. So you see, you have not offended me. And we are good friends, huh?
I'm so glad.
Where did you receive that pendant about your throat?
It was Jenny's.
It does not become you. I wouldn't wear it if I were you.
Hey, Rach! You got company, remember?
Oh, coming. Please look at the sketches and
Of course.
change your mind about the party. Do you have to yell at everybody? You act like you were born in a corn crib.
So I'm uninhibited, so?
Okay, you're uninhibited.
Hey, come on.
I'm tired.
You weren't tired 5 minutes ago when that phony cousin of yours walked in.
That's very funny.
Okay.
Where are you going?
I'll see you later.
Cross is my enemy, Rachel. Take it off. Take off the cross, Rachel, then we can speak. I must speak with you.
What?
The cross. Cross. You will do as I say.
Yes.
You're not afraid?
No.
There's only one reality, Rachel, and that is death. I bring you death, a living death. Are you afraid?
No.
I bring you the darkness of centuries past and centuries to come. Eternal life and eternal death. Now do you fear?
No.
Mickey, don't you ever do that again.
Get up, will you, Rachel? Gotta help Mom finish making the costumes. And Tim's downstairs.
All right, I'll be right down. Here.
Well, I thought you were going to sleep all day. What's the matter? Don't you feel well?
I'm tired, that's all.
There's orange juice in the icebox.
All right.
Finish wrapping this, huh, Mickey? Hi.
Oh, hi.
Rach, I'm sorry about last night.
Last night?
Sometimes I'm a real jerk, I guess. I lose my temper. Well, you know what I mean.
It's all right.
Is it? I wonder.
Tim,
Yeah?
do I look all right? Well, I feel so strange.
You look great. Of course, I'm no judge. I'm used to you.
I mean, seriously.
You look all right. Kind of pale, I guess.
I had the strangest dream last night, but I can't seem to remember. It was about Belak. I wonder how Jenny is.
Honey, Jenny's dead.
Is she? Oh. Yes, of course.
You were going to tell me about the dream.
But I dreamt I was lying asleep and...
Mom wants to know if you're gonna help her or not. She's waiting.
Come on, let's go.
Excuse me. My name is Meyerman. May I speak to Dr. Whitfield, please?
Come in.
Thank you.
Right this way. We're having a party, you know, for Halloween.
Yes.
Come right this way. The doctor's study is in here. Doctor?
Yes?
There's a Mr. Meyerman here to see you. I'm going as a witch
I beg your pardon?
to the party.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Marmon?
Doctor?
Sheriff Bicknell called me, said you were stopping by. Sit down, please.
Thank you, sir. I hesitated coming to you, Doctor. But there doesn't seem to be a choice, unfortunately. I've spent all day yesterday verifying my information.
Well, I try to serve the community. Their problems are my problems, so to speak.
Yes. Actually, this is rather difficult to explain. I've come to you on 2 counts. First, I want your help in getting the permission to open the crypt of Jenny Blake.
Jenny's crypt? But why?
That brings me to my second reason for confiding in you in particular. I understand you have done some studying abroad in the Balkans.
That is correct. But what has that got to do with Jenny?
Perhaps you're familiar with the legend of the undead.
The undead? Oh, yes, of course, the Dracula legend.
Only that it isn't a legend. It is fact.
Fact?
Yes, sir. I've devoted a great many years of my life to proving it. It is fact.
Are you serious?
I've never been more serious, sir. One of the undead, possibly Count Dracula himself, has escaped to this country. It is my firm belief that he's now residing in this town, posing as a relative of the Maybury family, with the sole purpose of starting a new chain of domination here.
Oh, no. No, you must be mistaken.
Furthermore, I have examined very carefully the recent deaths in this community, and it is my belief that Jenny Blake did not die from natural causes, but as a victim of this so-called Bella Gordel, and that she's following the cycle now and is herself undead.
But why? Why do you believe such a thing? What proof do you have?
This is a picture that was taken of Mr. Gordel 2 days ago.
I don't understand. Your photographer must have made a mistake.
My photographer is dead, sir. He was killed shortly after taking this picture. We are dealing with the supernatural. If I am correct, Mr. Gordel's flesh is as transient as his background.
How can I help you?
Tonight, we will open Jenny Blake's crypt. If she is undead, then my theory about Mr. Gordel will be correct.
And if you are correct?
Jenny Blake's soul must be freed. And all of the souls of their victims, if any.
But how?
With a wooden stake right through her heart.
Let's go, Mickey. Now, don't forget the belts.
I won't.
And Cornelia's hat. And if Belak comes in, ask him again to the party. I think he'd enjoy it. I do so wish we could reach him.
All right, I'll try.
Here I am, Mom.
Aren't you going to wear a costume, Mickey?
What does she mean by that?
Rachel. Now, dear, you look very cute. Come on, let's go.
Cousin Belak. over right now. There's something I've got to show you. Yes, right now. I was just going to telephone Tim.
That's right. There is no reflection. The flesh is only an illusion. The heart beats only when it is drunk with blood.
What are you?
I think you know. I think you remember.
Yes, I remember. That's Tim.
Well, we shall let him in. Yes?
Yes.
Where is she?
In there.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? You just had a stroke on the phone.
I just wanted you to see my dress.
For Pete's sake, Rachel, I thought you were dying. Don't do that again.
Oh, Cousin Belak.
Yes?
Mother didn't want you to forget to come to the party.
Perhaps later.
Yes, later.
Later.
That's right, folks. Have some fun. I want everybody to have a real good time. It wants to be a real big party. Have a cookie. They're real good. Why, Mickey, who are you supposed to be? Women.
Are you lost in thought or just bored to death?
What?
Where are you?
Rachel,
Yes?
I want to talk to you for a few minutes in my study.
All right. Excuse me, Tim.
Right now, hurry up.
Rachel, this is Mr. Marmon, who is visiting our town for a few days.
How do you do, Miss Maybury?
How do you do?
Sit down, dear. Rachel, we have some information that may concern you. Mr. Marmon is from the European Police Authority. Now, don't be alarmed. We aren't sure. But there's a possibility, mind you, I said a possibility, that your cousin Belloc is not all that he says he is.
Cousin Belak?
We're not sure. And we don't want to make unjust accusations until we are sure.
What are you talking about?
Now, there's no cause for concern. That's why I don't want you to upset your mother. But just for tonight, just until we're sure, we want you both to stay here at Parish House.
Why?
You'll have to trust me. Is that too much to ask? It's very important.
I trust you, Doctor.
Thank you. Make up some excuse. Tell her that we need you to help out here tonight. I'll explain everything tomorrow, I promise you.
All right, I'll ask her. Goodbye, Mr. Meyerman. I was happy to meet you.
Likewise, Miss Maybury.
I can't tell you how wretched I feel about this whole thing. I wish I could be sure it wasn't a mistake.
I just don't want to take a chance on the Maybury family. If I'm wrong about Jenny Blake, and we'll find out shortly, then I'm wrong about Mr. Gordo. I sincerely hope I am. But it doesn't look that way. Well, we might as well go and get this over with.
Hey, let's finish our dance, huh?
Later, Tim.
Rachel, we're going to judge the costumes now.
I have to go, Cornelia.
Oh, come on now. Everybody's waiting. Come on now, everybody gather around. We're going to judge the costumes, and the one that has the best costume is going to get a prize.
Open it.
I can't believe it. It seems like some sort of grotesque joke.
Close it and put it back.
What can we do?
We'll wait for her to come back. She will. She has to before sunrise. Let's wait outside. It's best not to be too close. We don't want to frighten her away.
I just can't believe it.
Attention, everybody. I want it real quiet now because I'm going to give the prize to the best costume. And I've got a great big surprise for you. You come right over here. How do you like this, folks? Isn't it lovely? Look at all the filigree on it. Rachel designed it. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Look at all the filigree on it. Let's give her a great big hand. Oh, Mrs. Welch, you look so wonderful. Oh, I think the dress is so beautiful. Everybody's made it so nice, you know. Oh, I think it's just grand. And I'm so glad you won the prize.
Where are you going? What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm going home, that's all.
Wait a minute, they haven't even given the prizes out yet.
I don't care.
You don't care? Now, what's that supposed to mean? Look, Rachel, if something's the matter, tell me. I've never seen you this way before. Will you stop a minute?
Let go of me.
I'm just trying to talk to you.
Go away. I mean it. Go away.
Okay.
There she is. God save us.
Open up. She's paralyzed. As long as the cross is there.
No, we've made a mistake. She's alive. We buried her alive.
You know better. You know what she is, and you know what we have to do.
May I pray for her first?
Of course.
And the fairest of the fair, fair Rachel.
They found out about Jenny. They're waiting for her.
Oh, yes? Well, let them find her. She has fulfilled her purpose. We shall never be touched. The world shall spin, and they all shall die. But not we.
I don't know.
You only fear the unknown. Only this casing, this clumsy flesh stands between you and me. You're already balanced between two worlds. Eternity awaits you now. Throw away that cross, Rachel. Cast it on the ground. You shall rise reborn in me.
Rachel, are you all right?
Get me away from here.
What happened?
It's Belak. Get me away before it's too late.
Right, honey, you're gonna be all right.
What's that?
I don't know.
I'm cold. Is it cold in here?
Just a little.
Tim, if I die, then you should live.
You won't die.
No, you've got to promise me I don't want to become like him.
What are you talking about?
Promise me.
Honey, we'll get you to a doctor. You'll be all right.
No, you've got to promise me. Don't go near him. He'll kill us both.
My poor child, I've come to help you. You are not yourself, Rachel. You must trust me. She has had a great shock. Her mind has undergone a strange metamorphosis.
Don't listen to him.
I'm taking Rachel home.
Yes, of course. Let me assist you.
No! Take the cross.
Why?
It's the only way.
Her sickness has caused wild imaginings, wild fantasies. I will not harm you. Put down the cross, Tim. We must help Rachel. We must combine our strength for her good, you and I. Our destiny must be fulfilled here. We three are the only ones to survive this dying world.
Don't listen to him.
That's right. Put down the cross. It's only a burden, huh? And your arm, it feels like leaden weight.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Get out of the way.
No, you must listen to me. You must listen to what I say. You shall not leave. You are bound to me. You shall die as you are bidden to die. Get out of the way!
It's all right. We're all right. Don't look, honey. He's gone.
Dracula.